Good morning, sir. सर ये पंखा चला दीजिए। मनीष सर फैन ऑन कर दीजिए। एसी भी नहीं चल रहा। Good morning, dear learners. Welcome to teaching learning session. Today we discuss about the rural marketing. Right. See, what is a ruler? Define a ruler. If I define the ruler on the basis of census, then on the basis of census, what is the ruler? That is any village. The basic unit, village is the basic unit of any rural area. Um, that basic unit of rural area is revenue village might comprise several hamlet demarcated by physical boundaries, right? Towns are actually rural areas but satisfy the following criteria, right? That is the minimum. If the minimum population of any place is less than equals to 5,000, then we consider it as a village. Then if the population density is less than equals to 400 per square kilometer, then we consider it as a rural. Or 75% of male population engaged in non-agricultural activities, right? According to RBI, location with population up to 10,000 will be considered as rural, and 10,000 to 100,000 as semi-urban. So there is a variation in the definition of rural as per the RBI. Any location with the population up to 10,000, that will be considered as rural, and if between the 10,000 to 1 lakh, then it is known as, or 100,000, it is known as semi-urban. According to NABARD, all location irrespective of village or town up to population of 10,000 will be considered as a rural. So according to NABARD, all location, despite of irrespective of whether it's a village or a town, if the population is of up to 10,000, then it will considered as rural. Planning Commission, towns with population up to 15,000 will be considered as rural. Okay. Sahara, location having shops, commercial establishment up to 10,000 are treated as rural, right? And LG Electronic, that is the rural and semi-urban area is defined all other than the 7 metros. Other than the 7 metros, right, the rural and the semi-urban areas, that is defined as a rulers according to LG, right? So if we consider that on the basis of population, if population size is up to 10,000, then we consider it as a rural. What is rural marketing, right? What is rural marketing? According to National Commission on Agriculture, rural marketing is a process which starts with a decision to produce a sellable farm commodity, and it involves all aspects of market structure or system, both functional, institutional, based on the technical and economic considerations, and includes pre and post harvest operation, assembling, grading, storage, transportation, and distribution, right? So what is rural marketing? According to the National Commission on Agriculture, right? They have defined rural marketing on the basis of the agriculture, because that is the definition given by the National Commission on Agriculture. According to the National Commission on the Agriculture, that rural marketing is a process which start with decision to produce a scalable farm commodity. When you decide to produce a sellable farm commodity, because we consider that in rural areas the prime source of earning is agriculture. The majority of population is that majority of population survive on the agriculture, right? So according to the National Commission of Agriculture, rural marketing is a process which starts on the decision to produce a sellable farm commodity, right? And it involves all aspects of the market structure or system, both functional and institutional, right? And the economic consideration includes that the pre-harvest, post-harvest operation, assembling, grading, storage, transportation, and distribution. When you consider all aspects related to the agriculture, then that is known as agriculture rural marketing according to the National Commission of Agriculture, right? Rural marketing can be defined as a function that manage all activities involved in assembling, stimulating, and converting the purchasing power of rural consumer into an effective demand for a specific product and the services, and moving these product and services to the people in the rural areas to create a satisfaction and a better understanding of the living, uh, and thereby achieving organizational goals. That is rural marketing. According to Pradeep Kashyap, what is rural marketing? Rural marketing can be defined and listen carefully. Rural marketing can be defined as a function that manages all activities. So, rural marketing manages all activities that involve in assessing, stimulate, and convert the purchasing power. First of all, it is very rural marketing includes, right, like any other marketing process, the first step of marketing is to assess the market, right? Assess the consumer, try to understand the demands of the consumer, their purchasing power, right? So the rural marketing also involves that the function, it involves it starts with the assessing the market. Assess the market, then after assessing the market, create a product according to their need and stimulate that need, stimulate it, and converting the purchasing power of rural consumer into an effective demand. This is rural marketing. First of all, try to understand the assess the needs of the consumer, stimulate that demand, and convert the purchasing power of rural consumer into effective demand for specific product or services. It could be any product, any services, not only the agricultural products, right? And moving these products and services to the people in the rural areas to create satisfaction and a better standard of living, and thereby achieving the organizational goals. Again, when you try to understand the needs of the people of a particular area, right, which has been defined as a ruler, right, try to understand their, try to assess their needs, their wants, their purchasing power, and then stimulate and convert the purchasing power of a real consumer into an effective demand, right? and and then providing them the required services or the product satisfy their needs, right? This is known as rural marketing. You are doing the same thing which you are, that is this concept of marketing is same, but you are doing it for a specific geographical locations which have been defined on the basis of their sizes, right? So this is a rural marketing, right? What is the scope of rural marketing, right? Like in urban areas, the brand consumables and durables are organized. right? It is organized. That is, if we go by market and the production, that the brands, consumables and durables are organized in rural areas. Farm and non-farm services, it is an unorganized sector, and handicraft, handloom, textile, leather products are semi-organized type of a structure, right? So what is the requirement of the rural areas is the farm and the non-farm and the services. It is an unorganized structure, right? Evolution of rural marketing. The rural marketing has been evolved, right? How it has been evolved. If we divide it into the phases, there are the four phases: and the origin, what are the functions, major products, and the source market and the destination market. There is an evolution in the rural marketing. The phase one is known as since independence, right? Since independence, what is the function? That is the agriculture marketing. Since independence, what is the core area is agriculture marketing, right? So because we consider that the rural people, the main job of rural people is the agriculture, right? So they are dependent on the agriculture, right? So the agriculture, the function was the agriculture marketing. That companies prefer to produce the products or the services on the basis of the agriculture, right? And the major products were the agriculture produces, right? Source market is rural market, and the destination market is the urban market. After that comes the phase 2, that is in mid 60s. It was the phase 2, right? Then the function is marketing of agriculture inputs, right? Major produces agriculture inputs, then source market is urban, and the destination market is rural. See the changes. Since independence, in the phase 1, function was agriculture marketing, and major products which we get was the agriculture produce, and the source market was rural, and the destination market was the urban areas, right? And in mid 60s, see that the source market and destination market has changed, right? In mid 60s, marketing of agriculture inputs, we started the marketing the agriculture inputs, right? And major products were the agriculture inputs, and the source market was the urban market, and destination market was the rural market, right? And third phase was the mid 90s. Mid 90s, rural marketing, that is consumable and durables for consumptions and production, and source market is urban or rural, and the destination market is rural market. See, there are the and the four stages, 21st century stage. There are the four stages. Since independence, what we do, yeah, the function was the agriculture marketing, and the agriculture were produced in the rural area, and the destination market was the urban area. In mid 60s, the marketing of agriculture inputs started, and the agriculture inputs were the major products, right? Agricultural inputs, right? And then the source market was the urban area where it has been produced, and the destination market was the rural area. In mid 90s, this term of rural marketing came into existence, and this is the consumable and durables for consumptions and productions, right? The companies started producing the product according to the requirement of the rural areas, and they started marketing their product of consumable and durable product for the consumption and the production of the rural people, right? And the source of market could be the urban or rural, that depends. And then the destination market was definitely rural market, right? What are the nature and characteristics of a rural market? Agriculture is main source of income, right? This is characteristic, or this is nature of rural market. That is, agriculture is main source of market, because if you see the definition, if you go through the definition, that majority of institutions have divided, distinguished between the urban and the rural area on the basis of the agriculture, or on the basis of the population. So the main source of income in rural area is agriculture, no doubt in that. The income is seasonal in nature. It is fluctuating, mm, right? And as the main source is of income is agriculture, it is seasonal in nature and it fluctuates. We all know, right? It fluctuates, it depends on the crop production. It fluctuates because it depends on the crop production. At times, when they are able to produce the good crop and get the maximum, and able to sell their product at the maximum prices or at the required prices, then the income goes up. And because of the calamities at times, when the produce goes down or not able to sell off the produce at the required rate, then the income goes down. Though large and rural market is geographically scattered. Rural market is geographically scattered. It shows linguistic, religious, and cultural diversities and economic disparities. Right. So these are the characteristics. See, majority of population depends on the agriculture. So the main source of income is agriculture. Because the main source of income is agriculture in rural areas, so this income is seasonal in nature and fluctuate, because it depends on the crop production, right? The rural market is geographically scattered. It is scattered, right? uh, and this rural market shows the linguistic, cultural, and the religious and economic diversities and disparities, right? If you see that there is a change in the language or the change in the religious affiliation or the cultural diversities, we find most of the cultural diversities or linguistic differences or the religious type of a thing in rural areas. And important point is there are economic disparities in the rural areas. Few are earning well, and few are just hand to mouth type of things, right? So there are the economic disparities. The market is underdeveloped as the people who constitute it still lack advocate purchasing power, right? Because the market is underdeveloped. Market is underdeveloped. Why market is underdeveloped? Because the people don't have money in their hand to purchase the thing, because they lack the advocate purchasing power. Why they lack the advocate purchasing power? Because the main source of income is agriculture, and the income varies, right? There is no stable income. The income fluctuates and the income depends on the crop production. So the market is underdeveloped. Market is underdeveloped, because market is why market is underdeveloped, because of the less purchasing power of the consumer of rural areas. It is largely agriculture oriented with poor standard of living, a low per capita income, and socio-cultural backwardness, right? See, there are linguistic differences, economic disparities, religious and cultural differences are there. We discussed diversities are there. We discussed about it, right? Purchasing power of the rural consumer is less because of the fluctuation in the income, because of the no fixed income, right? Um, um, the living standard of rural people is poor, right? Because they are agricultural oriented, because they earn less, so their living standard is poor. And low per capita income. Per capita income in rural area is less, and there is socio-cultural backwardness. There is, because majority of villages or rural areas is underdeveloped. So socio-cultural backwardness is there, right? A low per capita income, right? And fluctuating income. It exhibit sharper and varied regional preferences with distinct predilections, habit pattern, and the behavior characteristics. See, in rural areas, uh, there are there exist the sharper and very various varied regional preferences, right? The preferences of the consumer of rural area varies from region to region. It depends on the region. The preferences of the consumer depends on the region. So there is a sharper and varied regional preferences and distinct predilections, habit pattern, and the behavior characteristics. The characteristic of the rural consumer is different. Their behavior, habit pattern, their behavior characteristics varies from region to region. You cannot say that all over India the habit patterns or the behavior characteristics are seen of rural consumer. Are seen, but no, it is not like that. The behavior pattern, the habit pattern, the linguistic, the socio-economic pattern, or the religious belief, they varies from religion, from region to religion, right? Both rural marketing process is both catalyst as well as the outcome of the general ruler, right? So there are certain characteristics. These are the certain natures and characteristics of rural market, right? That there is a linguistic differences, religious diversities, socio-economic diversities, economic disparity is there. Rural market is geographically scattered. Income is fluctuating because majority depends on the agriculture, and income is seasonal in nature because it depends on the crop of the production. And the market is underdeveloped. Why underdeveloped? Because of lack of purchasing power of the consumer, of rural consumer, right? The standard of living of consumer is poor. Low per capita income. The per capita income is less in rural area, and socio-cultural backwardness is there, right? And that the preferences, habit patterns, behavior characteristics varies from region to region, right? Nature of rural marketing. What are the nature of rural marketing? If we compare that the transactional versus development marketing concept aspect, on the basis of we'll discuss the nature of rural marketing, that is on the basis of transactional and the development, right? Concept, that is in transactional, consumer oriented, and the marketing concept, while in development, society orientation or societal concept, right? So if we compare and contrast the nature of rural marketing on the basis of the transactional and the developmental marketing, then on the basis of concept, the transactional marketing is consumer oriented and marketing concepts are there, while in the development marketing, society orientation or societal concept comes. A role of transactional marketing is to stimulate and conversional marketing, and development is catalytic and transformation agent. Focus on the product market fit on the, while in development it is social change. Focus is social change. Key task of the transactional marketing is product innovations and communication, while the key task of development marketing is social innovations and communication, right? Then the nature of activity, in the transactional marketing is commercial, and development is socio-cultural or economic. Participants, that the corporate enterprises or the sellers, while the participants in the development marketing is government, voluntary agencies, corporate enterprises, and the beneficiaries. Offers, right? Transactional marketing, in transactional market is products and services are to be offered, while in the development marketing, development projects, scheme, or programs have been offered. Target group, in transactional marketing the target group is buyers, or in development marketing the target groups are beneficiaries and buyers. Communication in transactional group, communication is functional type of the communication. In development, it is a development type of a communication. Goals of transactional marketing is to profit and customer satisfaction and to create a brand image. And the goal of development is to market development and the corporate image. Time frame is transactional. In transactional marketing, it is a short or medium time frame, while development is medium to large time frame. A motivation, that is in transactional marketing, the motivation is profit is the motive, while in development, service motive or ideological or the public policy. So there are the two types of the marketing. Nature of marketing, if we divide the nature of marketing, there are the two type of the marketing: transactional marketing and the development marketing. Transactional marketing are the consumer oriented marketing, or the marketing concept is there, while the development marketing is society oriented, societal concept is there. Their roles are different, their focuses are different, right? Now the taxonomy of the rural markets, right? Classification of the rural market, that is the consumer market. If we can say that consumer market, industrial market, and the service market, right? What constitutes the consumer market, what constitutes the industrial market and the service market, what are the products offered in the consumer market, what are the durable and the services. So a classification of rural market, we classify the rural market into three, that is the consumer market, the industrial market, and the service market, right? We classify it into two: the consumer market, the industrial market, and the service market. What is the consumer market? What is the consumer rural market? Which includes individual and the households, right? So, what is the consumer market? As the name indicates, consumer market, which includes the consumer and the household. What are the products to be offered, right? What this type of the market offer to the consumers? They offer the consumables like foods, like food products, like toiletries, like cosmetics, textile, garments, footwear, etc. All these are the consumer products, right? Because this everyone needs food, right? Textiles, clothes, garments, foot where, right, we all need all these things. So consumer market constitutes the individual and households, and the products to be offered by this market is these things. Durables, products say had durables, then durables, what would durables they offer? They offer watches, bicycles, radio, TV, kitchen appliances, furniture, swing machine, two wheelers, etc. And services, they don't offer any type of the services. Next type of the market in rural market is industrial market. Industrial market, what constitutes the industrial market? That the agricultural and the allied activities. It constitutes the industrial market because majority depends on the agriculture. Agriculture is the main source of income. So agriculture and allied activities, right? Or the poultry or the farming, fishing, animal husbandry, cottage industry, health centers, school, cooperatives, panchayat office, etc. All these are the industry. All this constitutes the industrial market. That agriculture and allied activities, or the industry related to the poultry farming, or industry related to the fishing or animal husbandry, or cottage industry, or health center, or school, cooperatives, panchayat office, all constitutes the industrial market. What type of product they offer? They offer the consumables like seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, animal feed, fish nets, medicines, petrol, diesel, etc. Right? Durables. What type of durables they offer? Like trailers, tractors, pump sets, generators, harvesters, boats, etc. Services. Then the service market. because service market is different. Service market, what constitutes the service market? A service market could offer the services to the individuals, to the households, to the offices, and to the production firms, right? What type of products or durables they offer? No, because they are the service market. They offers the services like what type of services? Like repair services, transport services, banking services, credit services, insurance services, healthcare services, education or communication, power, etc. Right. So this is the rural market. We classify the rural market into three: the consumer market, the industrial market, and the service market. The consumer market which offers the product to the individual and the households. Industrial market is that market which offers the product to a specific industry like agriculture or fishing or poultry or textile industry, or to the health center or to the schools. And the service market is that market which offers the services either to the individual or to the household or to the officers and the production firms. Services like repair, transportation, banking, credit facilities, and all other facilities, right? Challenges in Indian rural market. There are certain challenges in Indian rural marketing, right? What are the challenges? Understanding the rural consumer. It is very difficult to understand the rural consumer. Why it is difficult to understand the rural consumer? Because rural consumer, um, uh, they themselves cannot understand their needs, what specifically they want, right? They cannot describe their need clearly and precisely, right? Because they haven't seen because of the because the rural markets are not well developed in India. So it is very difficult to understand the rural consumer. It could be because of the socio-cultural background or the socio-economic disparities. It could be because of the linguistic issues, right? It could be because of the educational background of the consumer, right? At times it become difficult to convey your things or um, to understand them, right? Then next is, it is difficult to understand the rural consumer. Then poor infrastructure is there, right? Like poor infrastructure includes the lack of transportation, lack of infrastructure like roads are not there, proper roads, lack of proper roads, lack of proper markets. There's no well defined proper market, right? uh, uh, no well developed roads, transportation problem is there. Then the channel management is another. Channel management plays an important role. If some company is producing something, then it needs a channel to provide the product to the consumer, right? You need a channel. That channel may include the distributor, the wholesaler, the retailer, and then finally from manufacturer it could go to the distributor. From distributor, wholesaler could purchase it, from wholesaler to retailer, and from retailer to the final consumer. The channel could be this or the another channel. There are many channels, right? To distribute the product or these services. But because of there is no channel management, lack of channel, because of the economic conditions, or because of less or the poor infrastructure, right? It becomes very difficult to manage the channels. People don't have a money to invest and store the product so that they can sell it when the demand comes, right? Physical distribution is a problem. right? Promotional and marketing communication is again a problem, right? At times it becomes very difficult to promote and promote the product, because it could be because of the linguistic problems, it could be because of the religious diversities, it could be because of the cultural diversities. Companies have to pay attention that their communication, that their promotion and marketing communication should not hurt their religious sentiment, should not hurt their cultural sentiments, right? And they should convey the message in a way that that the consumer should be able to understand. They should convey their message in their language only, right? And the way in which they can understand it. So promotional and because they are not well educated, then it becomes very difficult at times for the companies or the organization to promote and market their products, right? There is a lack of channel management. Physical distribution is a problem because of the lack of transportation. Poor infrastructure is again a challenge in the rural marketing, and it is difficult to understand the needs of the rural consumer. All these are the challenges in the Indian rural markets, right? Distribution and logistic infrastructure, a challenge in rural India. The lack of an efficient distribution network prevents the penetration of the product or services into rural India. That is what I told you, that because they don't have the money to invest. So there is a lack of efficient distribution network, right? People are not ready to invest their money to purchase a product so that they could buy. They don't want to invest much in the products. So this prevents the penetration of the products and services into the market, into the rural India, right? What the shopkeeper want in the rural areas, that this production moves well. I purchase this product only and this much unit only. I don't want to invest much on the. I'll not on purchasing the more units, or I'll not. Prefer to, or the shopkeeper not prefer to buy the product of any other company, right? Because of because of the market structure of the rural areas. One of the most innovative models in the recent time has been uses of postal services by mobile operators to penetrate the scratch cards to the villages, because people don't want to invest money, and they don't have that much infrastructure to keep your product in their shop or in their facility, right? So it becomes very difficult for the companies to penetrate into that market. That Because of this uh, to overcome this problem, what these mobile operators to overcome this problem, the mobile operator used the postal services, right? How they use the postal services? They use the postal services to penetrate the scratch cards to the villages. They kept their scratch cards in the postal offices, right? And the post offices, and from there anyone can buy that scratch card, right? Payment collection, then the majority of rural population is still unbanked. No cash collection, clearly no cash collection become rather unlikely. Cash collection on the other hand are messy and difficult to monitor, especially since cash card are technology enabled. Centralized POS have still not reached the rural area. So another problem in the rural market is payment collection, right? They don't prefer to they in fact they prefer to purchase the things in cash, and at times, or um, either in cash or uh, they prefer to purchase the things on EMI, and they prefer to pay that EMI in cash, right? So it becomes difficult at times to collect the cash, or to monitor that cash collection, right? So this payment collection in rural area at times become complicated, difficult. Then companies have to employ the manpower to keep track on the payment collection. The time tested manufacturer, distributor, retailer network has been only real success so far, but setting up the structure is really feasible. Partnering with MFIs come to mind, but often to MFIs don't cater to the relative more privileged or affluent segment of rural economy who is likely to be the earlier adopter. Then comes the pricing. Then pricing is another issue in rural marketing, right? A disposable income, though isn't always high, since the bulk of rural market is agriculture, and income cycle in agriculture are very erratic, right, and not predictable, as in case of the salaried individual. So how will you price a product? You cannot sell the product, you cannot sell the same product at the same price in the urban and the rural areas, right? There are various pricing techniques which the organization adopt to price a product. We discussed the pricing technique in our previous lectures, right? So there are the various pricing techniques, right? Because in rural area the income is less and erratic. There is majority of population depends on the agricultural income, and the agricultural income is not fixed type of the income, right? It is a seasonal type of the income. So and they don't earn much like as the people in the urban areas. So pricing a product in the urban area is difficult, right? So because the disposable income is not high in the rural market, right? So you companies have to price the product according to the income. Scaling across geographies, India is the land of many cultures. The contrast becomes that starker in case of the rural India. Setting operation on a pan India level presents different types of hurdle in different states, ranging from political juggling to downturning the local factors. Again, this is again a different type of a problem, because India is a land of many culture. There are many languages, there are cultural differences, right? Cultural diversities, not the differences, there are the cultural diversities, religious diversities, right? Geographical diversities are there, right? So it is a land of many culture. So company cannot set up operation on pan India level, because of the linguistic diversities, because of the cultural diversities, because of the socio-economic diversities, because of other diversities, right? It creates a hurdle in different states, right? As we discussed that company has to think about the plan according to the region, right? Because it could create a problem ranging from the political juggling to downturning the local factor plays an important role, right? That uh, one operation could be acceptable in one area but could not be in another region of India. So companies cannot set up a pan India level operations. They have to plan their operations depending on the region. Their operation varies from region to region. Their operations varies from operation depends on many factors like political factors, like economic factors, like linguistic factors, socio-economic conditions, and other regional factors or the local factors, right? Any model where scalability involves scaling on ground operations, right, is bound to run into and issues as we move from one state to another state. This is what we discussed. The greater difference in consumer taste and the behavior across geographies, and then in the relative more cosmopolitan urban population. See, because the taste of the consumer and the behavior of the consumer varies across the geographies, right, especially in the rural areas. So you cannot set up a pan India operation. Developing inorganic scale, developing synthetic scale through partnerships typically results in the larger overheads in the rural context. So, if you develop the synthetic scale through the partnerships that you make a partnership with someone, right? Then it results in the larger overheads, right? Finding the right partner with reach and presence in the village is difficult to start with. How it increases, how it results in the larger overheads, because it is difficult to find the right type of a partner in the villages, right type of partner means which has reach and presence in the villages. And then there are very few players who are strong on the counts across multiple geographies, right? If companies want to partner make to do partnership with the other, then it increases the overhead of the companies. How it increases the overhead of the companies? First of all, it is becomes difficult to find the right type of a partner which has a reach and the presence in the villages. And then again it is there are very few partners, right, or the players who are strong on the counts across the multiple geographies, those who have hold on multiple geographies. Suppose if an X wants to if to do partnership with the Y, then it is important that Y should have a strong hold strong presence in the villages, and not only in the villages of a specific region, but they should have a stronghold on the counts across the multiple regions of the multiple geographies, right? It becomes difficult for the organization to find such type of the partners, right? As the pan India rollout typically requires multiple partnership resulting in higher partner management overheads. So it becomes difficult to find out the type of a partner who has a strong hold over the pan India or multiple geographies. Then the companies have to then the companies requires the multiple partners or the multiple partnership, and this multiple partnership requires in the higher partnership management overheads, right? Then another type of the challenges, social and cultural challenges are there, right? Social and cultural challenges are there. So few products are acceptable societally or culturally, and few are not, right? At times it becomes difficult to sell the apparels, western apparels in a rural area, right? They don't want to purchase much of the western, they don't prefer western apparels, right? So social and the cultural challenges are another type of the challenges, right, which the company faces. Whether the rural markets are attractive or not, it is very important. Large population, yes, rural markets are attractive, that's why companies are investing. Why? Because of the large market, mala market. 75% of India is rural India, right? Right, 75% of population of India comes from the rural areas. So the large population comes from the rural area. Rising prosperities are because of the development of the economy and the uh, because of the innovation in agriculture market, right? The prosperity is rising. A growth in consumption, now their level of education is going up. Now there is a growth in the consumption, their standard of living is going up. Lifestyle changes, now people have their lifestyle is changing. A life cycle advantage because of the development of the healthcare facilities. There is a change in the life cycle. Market growth rates higher than the urban areas. See, market growth rate is higher than the urban because majority of population comes of India comes from the rural background. So market growth rate is higher than the urban areas. Rural marketing is not expensive and remoteness is no longer a problem, right? So rural marketing is attractive. Why it is attractive? Because of the larger population. Majority of Indian population lives in the rural area. Because of the development of the industry, the prosperity is rising, they are earning more. There is a growth in the consumption process, right? Lifestyle change is there, their lifestyle is changing. Like because of the development of the health facilities, their life cycle advantages there. Market growth rates higher than the urban. Rural marketing is not expensive and remoteness is no longer a problem. What are the rural products? FMCG products like cosmetics, food items, cooking items, kerosene, medicines, everyone needs it. Whether you live in the urban area or rural area, you need food items. You need kerosene, you need medicines, you need certain cosmetics, you need certain types of the items, FMCG products. Consumer durables, nowadays refrigerators, stoves, motorcycles, cycles, all these are required, whether it's an urban market or the rural market, right? Consumer durables are there. Farm products like tractor, harvesters, seeders, seeds, fertilizers, diesel, water supply for household. You that is the use including the drinking purpose and for watering the farms. We all need these products, right? Services like health clinics, water supply, electricities, eateries, inns, all are required, and all these comes under the rural products. How so? Rural products. I hope now you understand FMCG products, consumer durable, farm products, and the services. Right. Housing pricing in rural market is tricky because the companies spends more on transporting the product as compared to transporting them to the cities. However, the paying power in the rural area is much less. Companies can therefore plan to have low cost packaging with a bit of attractive, right? See, when we discussed about the pricing technique, it is important that there should be a difference in the price of the product in the rural and the urban area because of the low purchasing capacity of the rural consumer. uh, the company has to keep the price according to the purchasing power, right? And they can do so that that the companies plan to have a low cost packaging with a bit of attractiveness. They can spend less on packaging, right? With a bit of attractive glitter while keeping the product unchanged in most cases. That there could be a difference in the packaging, but the quality could be the same. And if there is a difference in the packaging, then the cost will go down. The companies can work out the ruler customer, that is MTBP, mean time between purchase. They will find that the ruler customer will stretch the purchase time much longer, right? This would be true for most FMCG product. Food items, however, would be needed as per household requirements. The business, however, will snowball because of the sheer number of buyers in the villages. So that is MTBT is mean time between purchase. Mean time between purchases means that they will find that the rural customer will stretch the purchase time much longer. They don't purchase like this; they stretch the purchase time, right? So MTBT is there. The difference between the rural and the urban marketing philosophy, there is a difference on the basis of philosophy. In urban marketing and societal concept is there, right? A green marketing and the relationship marketing is there. And rural marketing and societal concept is there. development marketing is there, and the relationship marketing is there. Green marketing is not required in the rural marketing. Market in urban area demand is high, and in a rural area demand is low. Competition is in urban area it is among the units in the organized sectors, and in rural areas competition is mostly from the unorganized units, right? So company in urban area company face the competition in organized unit, and in rural areas mostly from the unorganized unit. Consumers, location wise in urban area it is concentrated, and in rural area the consumers are widely spread. Literacy rate in urban area is high while in rural area is low. So at times it becomes difficult to convey the message to the rural people, right? Income of urban people is high, and in rural area it is low. Expenditure in urban area it is planned and even, right? And in rural area it is a seasonal variation. Why it is a seasonal variation? Because they depend on the agricultural produce, and it depends on the agricultural produce depends on the season. So in urban area because they have a fixed income, so their expenditures are planned and even. In rural area it is seasonal variation. Needs in urban area needs are of high level, and in rural area needs are of low level. Innovation adoption says faster in urban area and slow in rural area. Product awareness in urban area is high, and the product awareness in the rural area is low. Concept is known to the urban people while less known to the rural people. Positioning of a product is easy in urban area while it is difficult to position a product in a rural areas. Usage method is easily grasped by the urban customer while difficult to grasp, right? And quality preferred by the urban consumer is good, and rural people prefer a moderate type of a quality product. Features feature plays an important role in for the urban consumers, but feature that for rural people features are not that important. Their features are less important, right? Price wise, urban people are price sensitive, yes, and rural people are very much price sensitive. A level of desire in urban consumers are medium to high level of desires, and rural are low to medium desires for a price or a product. Distribution channels in urban area, distribution channel could be the wholesaler, stockist, retailer, supermarket, specialty stores could be there, and the authorized showroom. While the distribution channel in the rural areas are the village shops or the harts or the jatras. Transport facility in urban area is good, and the transport facility in rural area is average. Product availability in urban area is high, and the product availability in rural area is limited because of the problems in the distribution channel and the transport facilities and many other problems. Promotions, advertising in urban area, print, audiovisual media, outdoors, exhibition, etc. And there are few languages. These are the promotions which you can do in the urban area. In rural area, you can advertise your products on the TV, on radio, on print media to some extent, and in more languages you have to do because of the linguistic differences in the rural areas, and in urban areas few languages are required. Personal selling door to door frequently, but in rural area it is occasionally you sell the product door to door. Sales promotions, sale promotions could be through gifts, through price discounts, through contest. In the urban area, that companies do the sale promotion through contests, through gifts, through price discounts, and in rural area they give the gifts and the price discounts. Publicity, in urban area there are the good opportunities for publicity, and in rural areas there are less opportunities in the of the less opportunities of the publicity. Value added rural marketing, this is the value added rural marketing. The first is identify the unique characteristic of a rural consumer. It is very important to understand the needs and requirements of the rural customer, right? The unique characteristic, what did I need. Study the demographic pattern, right? Then study the product ownership pattern, what they want. Segment the rural customer. Are they cluster large enough, right? Then do this. Provide the functional benefit to the customers. Are they relevantly, are the relevant needs being met, right? And next is build the special brands for rural customers or communicate a unique proposition, and then this will ensure the increase in consumer value, right? This is a chart which is self-explanatory. See, first of all, identify a unique characteristic, study the demographic pattern, study the product ownership, and segment rural customer. If are the segment rural customer is large enough, if it is not large enough, study the demographic pattern not. Then if yes, then go to are they relevant need buying the meat, provide the functional benefit, and then build the special brand for the customer. So this chart is self-explanatory that how value added the rural marketing, right? I hope this is now clear to you. It is very important, like any other consumer, it is important to understand the needs of the customer, right? There are certain differences in the urban marketing and the rural marketing, and those differences are based on the pricing, on the based on the incomes, right? And the distribution channels and the promotion channels, and then the demands on the basis of the product, on the basis of their mm, that is innovative adoptions, right? So there is a difference in the rural and the urban marketing, but still rural marketing is more attractive than the urban marketing. Why rural marketing or rural markets are more attractive than the urban market? Because of a larger number of population resides in the rural areas in India, and the income is going up, right? In rural areas, their consumption pattern is changing, a lifestyle is changing, right? Market growth rate is higher than the urban area. Surprisingly, the market growth rate of rural area is higher than the urban areas, right? And the rural marketing is not expensive, and nowadays because of the development of the infrastructure and the remoteness is no longer a problem, right? Right. So today we discussed about the rule. We started about the rural marketing. We discussed about the differences in the rural marketing and the urban marketing on the various aspects. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Namaskar.